Hello there, YouTube. It's your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we're looking at the Phobos Armor Doom Slayer from McFarlane Toys' Doom Eternal line. You guys know I love me some Doom. I have many of the Doom games. Oddly enough, I don't have Eternal. Sorry, but I did want just a nice Doom Slayer, because I have the Ember skin, which I do believe I've reviewed. Yes, I definitely have. But I wanted one that was a bit more... I don't want to say basic, because this is a really nice look. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, like my standard, I want a standard kind of Doom guy. And this is kind of a nice, good standard look for him, even though it's not his kind of normally green. I really wanted this one. I really kind of liked the metallic-y, kind of orangey, goldy, rustic-y kind of look. Really, really liked it. And there are a lot of differences from the Ember. I didn't want just, you know, the same thing, basically. But yeah, this is kind of my front of the display Doom Slayer now. And there are a couple others I want. Will I get him? I don't really know if I run into him. But I think as far as Doom Slayers go, I have what I need. That doesn't mean it's all I want, but it's all I need. But he is a pretty cool figure. Let's pop all his accessories away and look at articulation. He can kind of push his head forward like this so that he can look up. I like how they gave him this kind of long peg with the two balls. Sorry, that it occurred to me what I said after I said it. But it's really good. I like the glossy look on the visor. Really reflective. And they gave his head more movement than a lot of film toy companies would have. Can you tell this is the first review I've filmed in a while? I have good internet now, so I'm finally uploading my backlog. I haven't been filming anything because I've had a huge backlog, but now I have good internet at home, so don't have to do it all at like friends' houses and stuff. And we've got a lot of articulation on his freaking Predator shoulder cannon, you know? There's articulation on his shoulder pads so that his arms can move a bit better. So I do wish I still have some gripes about the arms, you know, which we'll get to in accessories, because that's where they kind of lack, is when it comes to posing that up. The waist is a little hard to move without also moving the upper torso, but that doesn't really bother me. In and out on the legs, forward, back, you know, a little bit of a, oh, we got that nice knee bend. Really nice. Very cool. And then a little bit of movement on his feet, but not terribly much. He's got two peg holes because he does come with a stand. One thing I really like about McFarlane Toys is they're great at giving us stands, even if they're like bigger figures with thicker feet that don't super need them, like Doom Guy here. But they're really committed to giving stands with all their figures, and I admire that. And I honestly admire that. And it's a nice little Doom branded stand, too. Pops a lot more than their DC stands. And then he also comes with like the basic weapons that kind of all these Doom guys come with. We got Doom Slayer's big old blade here. Just pops right in. It stays in very well. You see that? God, the guy who had this before me took such great care of it. I got it on eBay for like release retail price, which is an insane deal for this guy because he's like double that now. I actually got him as a double deal with the Marauder. So that's really cool. But yeah, that goes on just fine. Be careful, because it actually is a sharp. It like could actually cut you. Bandai Creations 12-inch Gigan style. Yeah, that's a deep pull. And then we have his big old blaster Reno. I really have the same issue with this blaster that I did on the Ember one. It's nothing wrong with the accessory itself. It's with the fact that you can't bring his... Sorry. He could hold it a tiny bit better, but it's not terrible. Like when he's still, it stays in pretty well. But I can't bring his arms together for him to hold it and how this type of weapon is supposed to be held. Because I really want to display a Doom guy with a big old boom boom gun, but I don't know. I'm considering the McFarlane munitions pack, specifically, not even for my Spawn stuff, which I feel like is what it's mainly for, but for my Doom Slayers. So yeah, I won't be displaying him with that, but I will display him with the blade. Very cool. Oh, still in frame. Alright, so now let's get into the size comparisons. First up, we gotta compare him with the Marauder, obviously. pretty cool. Marauder's a little taller, and I'm not just talking about the horns, I'm talking about head-wise, which is pretty cool. He just got a little, yeah, that's really cool. So they'll look excellent together, as they should. Now I've compared him with the Doom figure, but I also want to compare him with some Spawn figures, because that's kind of like McFarlane's main franchise across the board, you know? It's the one that he owns, you know? The one that he made while he pretends to care about creators owning their characters when he really just cares about himself. Boom! Okay, ask Neil Gaiman. Anyways, yeah, I think he looks excellent with Spawn here. This is the deluxe Spawn with the throne. Yeah, I feel like Spawn is not someone he would be a fan of. This would actually be an excellent, like, comic book crossover. Dude, I would read the Doom Spawn crossover. That would be sick, and it would make so much sense, right? Would it not make just a ton of sense? It would be so brutal. Ugh. Wait, I'm taking the wrong one away. Now one more Spawn figure. It's one of the big deluxe boys. It's kind of the deluxe boy, if you know what I mean. It's the fucking Violator. No, as you can see, he's too big to be on camera. He's huge, and I have reviewed him, and I've reviewed that Spawn as well. They are just really cool figures, and I love this Violator. He and this Spawn are both coffee table figures of mine. And coffee table figures are my figures that, like, never go on display, because I always have them out. He's really a coffee table figure for me. But yeah, let's take him away, because would you not watch that fight? Would you not want to read that comic? I mean, I swear. So now I'm going to show him with, this is a much older McFarlane, and it's a much smaller scale, but I feel like aesthetically they go well together. It's the, I think this was from Halo, was it 4 or 5? God, I want to say 4? Oh, jeez. It was the Master Chief with the cryo tube, you know? And I need to get one of those newer Master Chiefs that's, like, bigger to go specifically with my Doomslayer. I want one just for that. I don't think I'm going to get a bunch of Spartans. I have a bunch of Spartans in this scale. I don't want to, like, recollect Halo. If I did that, I'd also want to sell off my other Spartans. And I admittedly like these McFarlane Spartans, like, a lot, so I don't want to do that. But I do want just one Master Chief that's bigger so I can have him with my Doomslayer. I want them together. For sure. Huh. Anyways, one more McFarlane figure. Just one more. And it's one... It's a DC figure. It is the Dark Knight Returns Batman. And I wanted to show Dark Knight Returns Batman because, one, McFarlane figure, but two, I think the bulky Frank Miller style kind of complements the bulky Doom style. You see that? See, they got that bulk to him. So I think he's a good Batman to match with Doomslayer on just like a design level. And then just to show him with a Marvel Legend, just because so many people do, and it's kind of a base scaling for a lot of people. Here he is with the movie Captain Marvel. Bada bing, bada boom. She's just the one I had on hand. I know it's usually a Spider character, but she's just the one that I had by the recliner today. So. But yeah, that is it for our Phobos Armor Doomslayer from McFarlane. Yeah, toys. I'd say he's really just as good as the Ember Slayer. They haven't changed much at all. Even though there are things that need to be changed, because his arms... Imagine releasing several of these guys and having none of their arms come together. Because I think when I got the Ember one, it was the most recent one at the time of me getting it. This is an older one. Older. So, I get that, but they really should have changed it up by now. They should have fixed that, But I do really like the look. I like most of it. I kind of just wish he'd hold his blaster better. That's my main complaint. He could move a bit more. That's it. But scaling, I think, is great, and he looks magnificent. God, he's a cool-looking figure. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. I gotta get to bed because I have work tomorrow. I had a 3-day weekend. I never even get a weekend free, let alone a 3-day weekend, so felt like recording a couple things. But that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.